Hey everyone, this is Carla Jenkins, and I published an all new post of eBay adventures, how to make over 3,200 in eBay sales. I've been notifying everyone that since June I've been on eBay as part of my decluttering process to sell everything that was in my condo that I haven't worn for at least a year, if not two. And I just check my seller's dashboard, and it said that I sold over $31 and 30 items. So about each item was averaging around $110. And I was very happy about that. But it gave me an opportunity to summarize what I've learned for the past 120 days since I started selling on eBay June 15th. And these are some of the points that I've learned. One, resell is rough. Even though I've been up for 120 plus days, I actually took some of September off, and the reason why I did that was because it's hard. It's very hard. Selling on eBay is hard. Also, I had to recoup from the whole Depop diary thing, and for those who are new to my scope, for about a month and a half, I was selling on Depop because my clothes weren't selling on eBay. So I made a decision to try to sell on Depop, and I didn't make one sale for over 6 to 8 weeks. I even ran a Labor Day sale. I put it on. I did Periscope. I did Instagram. Not one thing sold, so I canceled it. Canceled my Depop diary. I canceled my Depop account, and I returned back to eBay. But it takes a lot out of you when you're doing resale. And also, in addition to that, I also had to experience some very bad customers and fraudsters. I had people who would buy items, be Nehru, and Nehru is not a registered user, so they would get off eBay and then come back and submit a claim saying that they didn't receive the merchandise, trying to get the money from me. And two of the items were $500 a piece separately. So it was a lot of that. So I had to get off of eBay for a month. And during September, I only sold one item. Like this month thus far, it ends tomorrow, but I sold 5 items. I sold over, $500 worth of stuff. But, resale is rough. It's very hard. It's not easy, especially when you're new. And I only been here for a third of a year. Another thing that I would mention in my blog post is constant improvement is key. When I first started, I didn't know the dimension of boxes, and that's very important because if you use the same box, even though your merchandise or what you're selling changes, you go to the post office or FedEx, UPS, it doesn't matter, you get charged more money. So it's very important that what you do is you make sure that you have the proper dimensions when you ship. So now, instead of just using the standard, I believe it was 16 by 12 by 12 boxes, I'm now using 11.5 by 15, and it's cheaper when you get up there and you do shipping because it's more compact, it fits the box easier. So the less space you have, you're not being charged with that, because I've seen at the post office where they take the measuring stick out and they get up there and they make sure that you can get charged. If it's 2 more inches, you get charged more money. The next thing that I would mention is the importance of customer service and shipping and mailing your stuff. Well, I did that from the beginning. Like, I usually ship same day. So if you pay me, say, on Monday, I ship it out on Monday. The latest is the next day. I've also made a shipment on Saturday when it was Columbus Day. I'm here in D.C., so on Columbus Day, it's a federal holiday. So I shipped on Saturday, also shipped Friday night, because it was in California, and by shipping I went to the Dorothy I. Height post office, which is off of Massachusetts, is Union Station. So by doing that, even though it was Friday at like 7:30, the person in California got it on Monday because they counted Friday as a day for post office. Another thing is, when you ship same day, you get an additional benefit. PayPal will free up your money. In the beginning, they held my money for 21 days. Now, for the past 3 things that I've shipped, I received instant. And I mentioned in the blog post that there are people, I brought this up on Periscope, and there's someone I know that I follow on Periscope that is making hundreds of thousands of dollars a year, and PayPal's still holding their money. So the fact that I'm delivering on time, it really helps, get instant, like even before the customer gets the merchandise, I get my money immediately available and I can transfer it to my bank the next day. So by the time the client gets her stuff, because I ship everything US or global priority mail, I get my money before they even get the merchandise. I haven't had any returns. And I've had 93.3% customer service. And the final thing I would say is you have two things regarding global shipping. One, do a fixed price. And I said the minimum you should do if you choose to do your own global shipping is $50. I use global priority mail, and I used to make it $40. But a lot of the places I was shipping, like Paris, France, it was $45 to $48. And when you're getting like $8 to $10 cut, that really harms you. Another thing is, for me, I imposed a minimum. If any item is under $125, I don't even bother doing international, because what's the point of having an item that's $30, $40 and then the shipping is $30, $40? It's just like you have to have a buffer. You have to have something that justifies. There has to be enough return on investment and enough profit and enough revenue. For instance, I'm going to give you a little lesson. Sales and revenue are two separate things. Your sale minus the cost of goods sold, which is going to the post office, and how much you ship, that's cost of goods sold, that equals your true revenue. So what I was learning in international was that the sales, the shipping was chewing into my revenue, which is why if anything that I make, anything that I sell is under $125, there's no way that is going global, because the shipping is going to be $50. You have to make money. You have to make sure that even as a reseller, you have to be profitable. So that's something that I mentioned. I have a new article that's out. These are the ways that I made $3,200 in sales on eBay in 120 days. You can check out my website, carla.jenkins.blogspot.com. Also, you can check out my eBay store, and it's ebay.com/USR/CARLJENK_6. But I would like to thank all live and replay viewers for taking out the time to watch my new scope as I discuss how I have made over $3,200 on eBay sales, and also the importance of knowing the difference between sales and revenue. I wish everybody a happy and productive Sunday, and goodbye.